All right, go for it. Alright, I'm here with my buddy, Farmall 560 lover. Talk a little bit about the Case 1845C skid steer. It's pretty much my favorite skid steer I've ever been in, to be honest with you. I've been in many kinds, everywhere from Gale to Bobcat to Case, and I'm a firm believer in whatever you start off with is probably going to be the easiest for you to control. If you're used to driving a Case and jumping a Bobcat, you're probably going to end up running into the side of your building with it, or bust a rafter out of your barn. Or you jump into a Gale and you're hauling across the hayfield picking up bales, you're probably going to throw a spear into the ground and throw you right through the front seat. I'm not going to say that's ever happened to me, but anyways, back to the Case. This thing's been through the ringer and back. As you can tell, it's nothing pretty right now. It's got some paint missing on it, some scratches and dings and boulder tires, but that's because it's a workhorse. It does what it's supposed to do. I can pick up 2, sometimes 3 big square bales at the front of this without the back end up lifting up on it. It's got a pretty good counterweight balance to it. I've even stacked big squares 5 bales high. Of course, you can't reach 5 bales high. You got to typically do a stack of about 2, and do a stack of about 3, and then pick up 2 bales on top of that, and you can sit them 2 bales on top of those 3 and go 5 bales high with it. That's what I like about it, is your overall stacking ability in a barn. You can really put some hay away with it. It's a pretty good tractor for, skid steer for cleaning out barns, free stalls. It's a little bit big for a free stall if you got a lot of tight corners to go around. But I'll tell you what, I used it one time. One of my videos of hauling manure last year, and you know, it doesn't have the traction or the loading capacity of the Oliver, but it is really handy in tight corners. You can just spin that thing around on a dime, and it pick it up without, you know, having to rev it up too much. It has a really good hydraulic pump on it, and it's pretty conservative on fuel, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's that, and you know, we like to keep a little bit bolder tires on this tractor to begin with, especially for picking up when it gets closer to the hay season. You want a little bit of a tire that doesn't have much tread on it, so you don't do a lot of bird eyes, bald spots in your hayfield. Kind of slips right over top of your hay, and you don't really rip it up, clear down the ground, and ruin your fields. But it's got a nice wide stance to it. I've had it on some pretty steep inclines going sideways, and I've never had any issues with it wanting to tip over on me. It's as far as reliability, the only issue I've ever had with it was a broken hydraulic hose, and that's because it got caught up and I pinched it. It caused a weak spot in it. Other than that, I've never had an issue with it. We've had this piece of equipment here. It's probably around 2001. 2000, what's that other one? Now I can't really think of that. We had that other one. I'm getting confused with the other Case 1845C we had, but I'm pretty sure we've had this one since around 2001, 2002. anyways, never gave us any issues other than general maintenance. So it starts up all through the winter. There's been many times I've even forgot to plug her in, and next morning it'd be 15 below up when we farmed in Wisconsin, and it fired right up. So it's definitely a reliable piece of equipment.
Did you buy her new?
It had very few miles on it, or hours on it, when my uncle bought this. It was not brand new, but slightly used, I guess.
Do you know what year it is?
Off the top of my head, without looking, I can't remember.
Probably in 1999 or something like that.
Somewhere around there, yeah. I just know that we've had it a while, and it's done its purpose and done its job, and it ain't broke. So, of course, it's got the good old Cummins motor in it, so kind of hard to beat that in a tractor. Part of the reasons I like a Cummins truck. Nothing against Duramax, but I'm not going to say anything about a Power Stroke. Everybody's got their opinions, but anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I got about this. So hope you guys, if you guys are looking to buy a pretty decent skid steer for an all-around, you know, piece of farm equipment, from everywhere from picking up bales to cleaning out barns, this would be your best bet right here. It's a good old Case 1845C. It does its job. So, but anyhow, that's pretty much all I got. So y'all have a good one.